What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Livestream Takeover. Make sure everything's working, but episode 214. And again, Matt is off gallivanting in tiny electric vehicles for a different purpose. He's go-karting. Is this week 2 or 3 of go-karting? I don't remember. You guys will have to remind me. I think it's only week 2. There's 5 of these weeks that we have ahead. 5 total. Whatever one we're on, you do the math. But again, we have arranged new guests for this week. Having the guys from, or 2 of the guys from Deluxe Fab on, Chris and Montana. So those are the 2 that will be joining us here in a little bit. So that's going to be the plan. We'll go through some of the other stuff beforehand. I do have some mail call, and I can't decide. Matt did text me and say that he's going to be later, possibly than normal. So he's very proud of himself, though. So far, he's got his best time, but everything's going slower. So I'm not really sure what that says. They just finished qualifying and getting into the rest of it. But that's what's going on. So check in where you're watching from. Make sure this whole thing is going down properly. But anyway, Chris Kelly, yes, Chris Kelly is going to be the one, and Montana. So those are the 2 who will be joining us. Chris Kelly often joins us in here. We can drag this out as long as we need. We got nothing but yes, exactly. So we've got I did bring my Deluxe Fab MOA home because it was at the office, and I've got my Sporty up there. So we have some of those to talk about, and whatever those guys have around to discuss as well. Now, Matt won't have this by the time the show comes, but I did send Matt off his cage. I finished it this weekend and got it shipped out the other day. So he will have his, so he can get started on this whole process as well. The moon buggy stuff is going well. The build along guys are making great progress. Many of them. Some of them are just actually getting rolling now. There's, some people dove in and committed to the build, and then they're like, okay, now I've got to go get all these tools. So there was definitely some delay by many, but that's it. So sending the normal amount of hate from South Dakota. Got my moon buggy from DMG. Nice. Yeah. Death Metal Garage been pumping out a bunch of moon buggies lately as well. So but yeah, we're making progress on. I'm gonna tonight probably spend a good bit of time working on the interior design. As you can see, I've started on I talked about it a little bit, I think maybe last week, the week before, but that I would be designing my own figure. And we've currently printed in marble PLA, but molded into the seat. I've got to adjust the leg positioning a little bit more because there's going to be servos up there. I'm going to start kind of getting all that stuff dialed in here soon because we're to that point. This is done. So it's just no time like the present to start cranking this stuff out. But I'm super pumped with this. This was the first one that I made, the one that I said was going to be Matt's, but it was already put together. And then when I have to take it apart and then redo it, where's his head? I didn't worry about that part so much yet. I figure I can find a helmet, drill it on, whatever it happens to be. We'll figure that part out in the future, but that didn't seem as important. What I did tell Matt that I was going to do, I said, hey, I'm probably going to have you print and detail these so that he can take care of that. But, at least we've got a figure and see everything. It's all printed at once. I molded the driver figure right into the model of the seat. And it was just like, you're one now. Make it so. So that's I think that's just going to work out really well. And of course, then it's all molded around the transmission. Yeah. 3D scan your head. I know. I don't know if I can do that. Hey, look at that. Jerry is in the chat. Casey Remote Crawlers. Everybody can say hi to Jerry, the DMG. Good seeing you, Jerry. It's been a while. Thanks for checking in. Make a mini you so you can have. I know. I feel like I'd have to get Nicole to come do it, and I feel like I feel like she would lose interest halfway through, and I'd have to, like, mirror my head, and I don't think that my face is very symmetrical. So, I don't think that it will work out. That's, let's see. Josh, is there an install sheet for the BTA aluminum mount? Not sure which screws go where. I don't think that there is. They just, but or at least not that I know of. There's an upper screw that goes into the top side of the up in there. That's the a longer screw that goes there into your one piece bearing retainer. You've got one screw that'll go for your upper link on that side. Actually, on the other side, and you can reuse the existing one on the other side or anything. They're pretty simple. Just kind of throw it in there, make sure that the you've got enough threads, engaging, and you'll be fine. It's not. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, you can only see one side of your face anyway. I'm not sure that that's true. I don't think that's how that goes. Spray your whole face with hairspray and scan. Yeah. Let's see. On the moon buggies, are Capra 18 axles allowed? They would be allowed, but they wouldn't be a great choice. You would need a really tiny buggy design for Capra 18 axles. Regular, like an F10 axle is I feel like a great choice. It's not too wide, or it's not too narrow, but it's about where you want it to be. Beyond that, you could go wider, but going narrower is not likely something that I would choose personally. So, yeah, that would be my suggestion is don't use the Capra 18s. Can I pay you to smack Josh real quick? Yes. Are the Reefs winch mounts for the VRD available yet? I believe that those are going to be available Friday. I don't know that I'm supposed to say that or not, but I think that those will be Friday. So check that out. He might have a couple of other things Friday. I'm not sure what I was or wasn't supposed to say, but I did check in on a couple of those things. So you're only a couple of days away from that little feature function. That stuff is flammable, Buck Dandy. I made my own scanning spray now. Now it separates, which is a problem, but if you shake it, that's not anymore. Now I'm not 100% certain that I can say that this works as well or not yet. The directions on making this were very unclear, and I don't know. Well, let's figure out. Either way, it's mostly rubbing alcohol, so still not something that I necessarily want to spray on my face. And having a beard is also an issue with scanners. So I feel like the dry shampoo may be the better. But yeah, this stuff is nasty, nasty. Nicole, smack it. I don't think she's camera ready. I'll tilt the camera that way just so that she has to be in the whole way. Since you're in the mood, what's new from Vanquish? That's not how that works. I'm pretty sure that I can say that it was Friday. I'm just not sure about the other things. Yeah. So just also I'm not getting up. What thickness styrene do people use for bodies? I'm probably not the right person to ask that for. 040, 060 would be my recommendation. Layer it where needed for extra strength, that type of thing. That'd be the right way. Pens, VP pens are the new. Yes, we do need some nice, just good fountain pen. I could get into it. I just have to decide. But This has been my current obsession. Last night, I didn't get any work done on it. I was over at Gately helping with some audio design stuff. So I didn't get any RC work done. But tonight, that will not be the case. I will be deep into interior design of this, but not the normal one. VP upgrades for the TWSBI 580. The 580 Diamond, it's the one to get. It's a great pen. Highly recommend. Just makes you feel better when you write things down. You can, tax time's here. Write those checks to make you feel. No. Hope you got your taxes done, and if you did, crack a beer. We'll have some liquid death to get going on. What is this one? Rest in Peach. It's very good. I'm not normally a peach fan, but let's see. So freaking bougie pen. You're right, Dr. President Legend Buck Dandy. Rest in Peach is so. Yeah, I'm just not normally a peach person, but some reason those are so good. But the build off stuff, build along. Those guys are making great progress. I'm hoping to put some stuff up. I need to do an actual video for it. And now that I've got it to this point, I've said it for a while that I need to get an actual video of it up, but I just got to figure out when that's going to be the time. Hopefully in the next couple of days or so. Maybe that's how I'll try and plan that. My shocks should be here any day. I ordered the pricey customs shocks built to the specs that I was looking for, and I'm excited to get those on there to get the final ride height, and I can make a lot of other plans around that. So, waiting for parts is always, especially when they're coming from Australia. Man, I would not do well if I lived down there and had to wait for everything to come over. It would be a lot of work. So, will the pens be kits or RTO? Batteries not included. So, anyway, hope that you guys are. It's build season. I wonder how many of you guys are actually going to be in Colorado. That's going to be the fun part. So, I have a few things to do for mail call, and I'm going to do those now, even though Matt's not here. This isn't stuff we normally talk about on the channel, but they're toys, so I feel like I'm okay with it. Some of you may be fans of this side of the world. Some of you may not, but this is the toy side, so hey, it's different. But these are the goat guns, and I picked up the little 1911 model, and they come unassembled. You have to assemble the slide, all that type of stuff. It's got a realistic magazine. It has realistic cartridges. You can actually rack the slide. It should. Oh, it didn't. Sorry, we've got a jam already. Typical 1911. So. So finicky, 1911s. Must not have cleaned it after the last time. We'll figure that out later. Don't worry about that little guy. Not an advertisement anyway. I also got this kit, which I have not assembled yet. Maybe I'll do that. I got this kit. And then the one that I'm most excited about is this big guy. So that is the one, again, I am the most excited about. It's got an optic on there, shells, mag, big old muzzle brake on the end. For the second one, for this guy, I also got an optic, a foregrip, and an extra P-mag. Too much fun. Too much fun. But we won't talk about that more specifically. However you feel about it. And then I got another box. You needed another collectible hobby. I feel like these fit in. They're not different. It's not different. It's just now you need cat size holster. Oh, that's an idea. A real laser? No laser. Just I believe that they do have crosshairs. I haven't actually looked. But the other one, this one came today. You know what? Did I bring the other Hot Wheel one that I got in? Oh, I don't think I did. Dang it. I think I forgot to bring the other Hot Wheel. I got some Hot Wheels. They might be at the office still. Nicole. Gunner. My meat belongs to your mouth. Listen. Hello, all. Tonight's code is hashtag aluminum chassis for the win. Use that code at Satisfied Jerky to save yourself 10% off at Satisfied Jerky. You can also use hashtag Cowboy10 to save $10 additional off the Cowboy Jerky. I was eating some of the sweet and hot Cowboy today. I love the Cowboy. I know not as many people do as regular jerky. It's the drier kind. I love drier jerky. But and Gunner's code is because I'm giving him shit because he wants to build the moon buggy in aluminum. I'm like, no, just build it in steel. He won't listen. Huzzah! Thank you very much. This is for coloring that rig the same as that. Ooh. Also, did any of your scan videos show how to convert the scan into an STL directly? I don't think that I ever did show that process completely directly. The software will basically do it in there, but most of the times my scans. So to do it as an STL directly, you basically need it to be complete. And a lot of times for me, like mine are not complete, like it won't have a bottom or something like that. And that's because I just need reference for everything else. That's usually what I'm after. So I'm not normally trying to scan something to replicate to print right away. But if I do my own melon, then I suppose I do need to. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll try it. Nicole, we have a project tonight. I got more treasures and we have a project. She'll be pumped. Dale C. Been a minute. Sir, you live in California. We consider us. We're come and take it. Rack the tiny slide. Big Deborah, please need help with stance RT. Well, this is probably not the bet. I would suggest like messaging me through Instagram is the easiest place for me to find and respond to messages. But Big Deborah, are you a fan of Good Mythical Morning? Because that's what I think of when I think of that name. So anyway, Aardvark Explain. Have you ever considered consuming? I have to remember to pre-screen all of his hashtag another code for tonight. Hashtag Josh the horrible influence. I'm a great influence. An amazing idea for all to enjoy. Anyway, I got this other package today. This came from George, GC Coop. He's often in here, but sent me the McLaren Lego set, a Tomica GTR, which is a sick wide body GTR, and one of the coolest pieces is like a custom resin stubby rear to my TIG torch. So I'll definitely try and get this put on the backside of my TIG torch here soon because the colors are awesome and the resin, like you probably can't tell, but the resin's like deep and you can see, like metallics or pearls in it, something like that. Super cool. So I've got a CK torch and I have to double check that thread. I hope that is the right thread for mine. But even more importantly, he wrote like a nice note that went along with it. And the note in general is super nice. Nicole keeps all of these, so that is, it's both of our favorite part. But she keeps all the little notes and things like that. I don't know that she cares if I keep the Legos as much as the note. She loves the note, so let's see. The wait.
Everyone doesn't believe I still exist. I do. I'm leaving.
Way cool torch pack. I totally agree, Jerry. Super cool. 8 more door. Tom Havel, thank you very much. Question for the audience: who wants to see Wheelie Yellow on the show? And how do we get him here? Wheelie Yellow. Do I have to Google that. Wheelie Yellow. Who's Wheelie Yellow? Wheelie. In my little. Wait, did I see? Oh my God, I've actually seen like these videos in the last day or two on social media. I've never seen that before, but then all of a sudden, over the last 2 days, it's just like these videos, this little van just rolling all over the place. Hey, blurry Nicole. Oh, the depth of field is super shallow. See? Or was that actually her? It was blurry. You never know. It's my alibi. Instagram, little mail truck go full speed. Yeah. Like, did that just pop up out of nowhere? Have you guys been watching that for a while? Because it's definitely not something that I had seen. Also, why is the clock on my PC off now? It says it's 5:30 in here. Whatever. That was Moose Jaw in a wig. Good Lord. All right, I'm going to get an invite sent to these two gentlemen and get them so that they can get loaded in, and then I'll add them once everything is set and ready to go. But we'll see how this goes. I can usually trust people from the Midwest, but you never know with these deluxe people. It's you're gonna have to be quick on the trigger. You never know what they're gonna say. But no, I think it's gonna be good. Obviously, I'm sure most of you are aware of Deluxe Fab products, but you don't always see a lot from them. Like JJ, I see him post quite a bit in the Facebook groups, things like that, the fan pages, but like beyond that, I don't see a lot from them on social media, but or maybe I just don't see it. Who knows? Can't be trusted. I'm pretty sure they're northerners, even like Minnesota, which you really have to be. All of the people from Minnesota that I know are, you got to be careful. So thank you very much, Michael Rajka. Does Matt bolster his ego beating 12-year-olds? Oh, we have to do the poll tonight before Matt gets on here. He did say that he had set his best time. So, but does that mean it was, so we're going to call it, if he got into Q, well, let's see. I'm going to start a poll real quick. Did Matt make the fast group? We're going to start that poll. But right when he joins, we'll find out. So, because you just don't. He was close last year, remember? Last week. A year ago last week. So, those guys are getting that figured out. Deluxe is located in Shakopee, Minnesota. That's good to know. Shakopee. I definitely knew that at one point, but I could only, get get that down to a statewide just generalization by the time I actually needed to come up with it. So they're not in here yet, but one of them, I think Chris has seen the message. So you say it wrong. That does not see. This is the other Minnesotan I know, and the sketchiest one of I've gotten more trouble around that one. Second most sketchy would be Alex, number one mod. That's let's see. Just ordered a set of Deluxe shocks. Nice. I've got the Deluxe shocks on my Deluxe cars, which like I said, I did bring. Now, as you can see, it's still in a bit of a state of unfinishedness, but we're going to work on that. Actually, the local guys here are getting the MOA comps fired back up. So that is the motivation that I needed, because I was building these the first time for an event, which is what I always build trucks for. And then I got the sick at the time of the event and had to cancel our trip down there. So that was unfortunate. And then with that, I just didn't finish, because I'm probably 2 hours worth of time away from finishing both this one and the Sporty is running. Well, it was. Didn't I cut something out of it the other day during a live stream? You know. So we'll have this handy for that. All right, now are these guys both at the same place now? Because they said they weren't going to be. Yes, they are. All right, let's get them added. So they're moving things around. See how this goes. Now, that's not going to work that way.
We can't make things too easy on you.
We'll figure this out. We'll figure out how this is going to look or work best. So, how's it going, gentlemen?
It's going good.
Go this
Going
way.
good, Jeans.
Figure it out. Cheers. And happy birthday to Tom. So, introduce both of yourselves.
My name is Montana Strait.
And Chris Kelly.
So you guys both at Deluxe. Now, full time?
Yep.
Nice. How long have you guys both been there?
I've been there for almost a year and a half.
Okay. So yeah, it's been a little while then. Chris, you've been there
a little over a year.
A little over a year? Okay. And what's your guys' day-to-day at the shop?
I do a lot of building of like the super light axles are all built by me, and then a lot of shocks, a lot of drive shafts, a lot of shocks, and shipping orders.
Chris, what about you?
A few 100 pairs of shocks today, some transmissions,
Yeah,
typical.
Just the day-to-day going through there. Yeah. Now
we build a lot of chassis and stuff.
For some people, a little bit of background, I guess. Deluxe Fab previously was started by a guy named Eric Dye. He was up out of the Pacific Northwest, I believe, or he moved there at some point. And he had a number of designs, things like that. The products before were always a little like they were close. They were always close. But sometimes they needed a little massaging or a little bit of things here and there. And it went up for sale how long? A few years ago now?
I think it's been there for about 3.5 years.
Yeah. 3.5 years.
I
probably have it.
Roughly.
I probably have it in the Scale News spreadsheet that I could check. But but yeah, so and the new owner, he is from the off-road world, right? The full-size off-road world.
Iron Rock off-road.
Iron Rock. I was going to call it green something, and I knew I wasn't right. So does Deluxe Fab exist in that business or alongside of it, or completely separate?
Owned by Iron Rock.
Yeah.
We're doing business as Deluxe Fab, but we're part of Iron Rock.
Yep.
Gotcha. Like, are you guys at the same place, or are you?
Yeah, we're in the same piece of property, same area. So
nice. So that's, it was great to see that you know, it was picked up by somebody who, because oftentimes these businesses get bought by someone who just ends up like they sell what they had before, but they weren't necessarily going to be taking and developing and or even improving what the previous was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like it's stepped up a lot.
And that's a huge focus of ours, is like always improving stuff. Like a lot of stuff people don't necessarily see, like shocks, for instance.
Mhm.
We've made a lot of revisions to those and like tweaks that a lot of people, even like our biggest fans, haven't picked up on always. It's little things that can make a huge difference. So like shock pistons are one of the more recent things that we really spent a lot of time refining those and really
Mhm.
dialing them in. And yeah, they've made a huge difference. They're way quicker to react now. They don't get any kind of stiction. They're way more consistent. The tuning window is way wider. So it's little things go a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, little stuff like that it's what everything takes, you know, day to day to make that stuff better. You guys are doing some manufacturing in-house as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that seems like it's been growing more and more and picking up more machines and things like that.
As we can, yeah. I mean, we're like within Deluxe, we're kind of limited on space, which is always
I
a
know how that
battle.
goes. I know.
So,
Hey, I know how that goes. Absolutely.
but yeah, we're always pretty much consistently looking to expand and kind of bring out new stuff, increase performance on existing products too. And
Mhm.
really, because like all the transmissions, all the shocks, all of it's built in house. So me and Montana, for the most part, do like all the transmissions and everything. So we really put a lot of focus on like making sure everything's really as good as it can possibly be. So.
Gotcha. Now, Deluxe Fab is in the chat. Which one of the other guys is?
Probably Beast.
Okay, Matt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is the one that I worked with, like when I picked up the MOA, and he was awesome. Like, he was great to work with. Had a lot of, he helped me kind of through. I came from the world of MOAs, but you know, this MOA setup is the super lights and everything were awesome. They're like a way better version of the Bergs that I ran in the past, right?
Yeah, we still have a few of those that kick around, and like
I've got
they
a-
are way different in
Yeah.
almost all areas now.
I've got a brand new set of Berg axles, like in their factory box still at the shop. Like just
Nice.
I mean, we can sell you knuckles and stuff for those.
no. I'm good. I think that they could stay just like that. That's fine. They can sit next to my single Bully 2 axle. Like that's
I think we have a single Bully 2 axle also sitting on the shelf.
it's just in the box there. What do you do with that? I'm like, I don't know. It's just there. It's just
We have a lot of
there.
stuff like that just kind of, it's like, why do we have this? Well, I mean, we don't want to throw it out or anything. So
Oh, I know. It's brand new.
yeah,
What? How could I not?
yeah, you can't just discard that kind of stuff.
You never know. Someone
Yeah.
could need some sort of measurement. But yeah, the so this is the Asylum, or is that my Sporty? The Asylum's the Sporty, right?
Yeah.
Which one? What is this one?
That's a
What's it?
mercenary.
Mercenary.
Yep.
That's what it is. Now, is this still close to what you guys are offering as your? Because
Yeah,
you
we
guys
still
offer
offer
these,
the mercenary.
That's still
Every-
the same configuration as how we offer it now. Yep.
right? And you can get them all the way from the kit stuff like I got to like fully RTR.
Yeah, if you want to send us a radio, we will program it and have it ready to go to you. So
Has anyone tried to send you an MT12 Radio Master yet?
No, I'm still
Yeah.
waiting for you to tell me how they work with Futaba, and then we'll play with it a little bit.
Yeah, right. I need to get my MT12 put onto this and see exactly how much work that is going to be. But that's on the list of things to get accomplished. So which one of you guys is having to build the RTR versions of these?
they usually are kind of a multi-step process.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually we'll send tires to Beast, and Beast will build them, or another local guy, Nick. I'll build the axles, assemble the chassis, and put that all together. And then I'll give it off to JJ, and he'll solder everything, program, and wire everything up for him.
And Montana does like most of the mercenaries. I do the majority, like the Lunatics, our newer sporty chassis.
Okay. Do you have one of those?
not with us. I was gonna grab one. We figured we would bring something a little bit different instead. So we got a new
Oh.
mini that we'll show off a little bit. And
Oh, okay, excellent. That's
Yeah.
fun.
so
The
a couple things to surprise you with.
Oh, nice. Well, we're up for anything you guys want to show. I guess, some of the other big things other than like just not everyone's into full robots, as we
Oh, yeah.
say, I know. But like the Deluxe Portal Trans, the Nod 2s, all of those are super popular.
We got
in the
Nessie
scale world.
chassis, class
What's
2,
that one?
class 3, the Nessie.
Nessie, yes.
And
I've
then
seen
that's
that.
got the OD3 trans in it. This
So-
one's set up with capper axles.
You want to talk a little bit about that trans?
Sure. Yeah, so that's the OD3. That's going to be an overdrive trans. You can run it with or without the overdrive if you want to. It's really kind of designed for overdrive.
If you look on the back, there's 2 outputs. So this one will get you 0 overdrive, and then this one will get you your
Okay,
technically underdrive to the rear. Yeah.
sure.
So
So
one of the trans we offer.
gotcha. And that's kind of your class 2, class 3 type.
Yep. Yeah, and
oriented.
So I don't know how many of the pictures got kind of passed around, but like out at Moab for Easter Jeep,
Mhm.
we actually had some RTRs and everything of one of the newer revisions of this. We call it like the Nessie 2. There's not necessarily like an official name for it, but that one's actually set up for AR-44. So if someone wants to have a comp rig or like kind of a higher end trail rig even and set up with AR-44s that they might have, that's an option. But
Because what is that one set up for? Typically, that's
this one's got
Capras.
Capras.
Right.
But then we do it with like SS Deluxe front and rear if you want. DX44 fronts, which is our kind of
It's
low
a
profile.
AR-44 with custom axle that has servo and axle mount and stuff like that pre-built into it.
Yep.
The AR-44 Nessie is meant to be a little bit of a budget one. I've been driving one, doing comps with it and stuff for almost a year now, and I'm a huge fan of it. They work super well.
Yeah. I guess what's your guys' kind of comp routines up there? Do you have decent local groups? Are you guys traveling?
We do. There's comps here like once a month with local clubs, and then there's events that people travel to. I went to Disney, Oklahoma last year with
The best.
a bunch of people. Yeah. We stayed in a huge house with like 20 people. We stayed with Baller. I know you know him,
Oh, of course.
and some other people. Yeah, it was a really good time. That was my first national count.
Ballers in the
Yeah. You can't miss Ryan. So yeah, I mean, the houses around Disney there, obviously, pretty plentiful being on the lake. Yeah, I can imagine that would be a great. I would like to make it to another one down there, whatever it may be, Crawlapalooza or whatever big event, because I do love Disney. Even Nicole loves Disney.
Well, and one of us had to stay behind and fill orders and build trans and shocks.
Oh. Yeah, that's like we run into that at the shop too, because Dan, who does most of our shipping, he's an enthusiast like us. So we have big national events. We're like, okay. Luckily though, we've got some people that are just, they know everything really well, but they don't necessarily know what it does. They just know like, oh, I know exactly what that part is and the part number and where it's at, but
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about them leaving the shop. So one benefit of having some people there that are not just fully into it. But yeah, so you've got, let's see, over this last year or so, what's been your newest products that have been your, some of the big ones?
I would say the wheels were a new product that came out
Okay.
within this last year, and we have some new ones.
I was like, that's a Pokemon ball, I think.
We gotta make it a little bit weirder.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm a giant nerd, so yeah. No, we
Ah,
have
that's good. You're
some
good
new.
company.
Sorry, the stuff
There you
is not the best in here.
Hey, they're orange even.
Yeah, it's like a copper.
Copper
Okay.
orange kind of a color. Yeah.
Yep.
So these wheels we've had prior, but these are now a 2.2 version of the wheel.
Yeah.
Before we only had 1.9. On the inside, they're super high clearance, so you can fit some larger weights within them that are class 3 legal, class 2 legal. If you have a 475 that you want to stretch on them.
Yeah, because that's we do have some tighter weight type or wheel construction rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and
that
like we
doesn't-
offer some very sizable, like lower kind of weights for
Mhm.
lowers for like our knuckles and everything and the hubs. So you can kind of optimize weight in the right spots that way.
Sure, absolutely. The your guys's, or the Deluxe Knuckles, that's something that has existed for quite some time, but that was always one of those products that needed a little bit of polishing.
Mhm.
And was once you guys had taken over things like that, it is great to see that did get accomplished and continued, and more options for more cars that same style.
Yep.
And even like the C hubs, there were things that kind of saw on them that could be improved. So like now we have like the ones with pegs where you don't need the knuckleball and everything, and they're just way smoother, way more consistent, machined to a lot higher tolerance.
Gotcha. So what are you guys driving personally the most? What area, what type, what trucks?
Well, I drive my class 2, class 3. I drive an SE, and then I have a SCX 10 Pro with Air 44s on it, just like a parts truck, class 3. Those are what I drive the most, and then probably my 24th scale as well.
Yeah, 24 scales. I do enjoy competing with those as well. What do you run for bodies on your class 2, class 3 stuff? Are you fully pointed out hard body type stuff?
Oh no, there's like
No, we don't play that game.
I proper points for doing Crawlapalooza were on them, and they're just kind of still on.
Now,
them,
Crawlapalooza is pretty minimal as far as what they require, right?
Oh yeah, it's like 10 points or something like that. So it's like
Okay.
I have some sticks and like a little bedroll zip tied in there, and a roof rack, and we're good to go. So
Just some bare minimums.
yeah.
So what about you, Chris?
Well, I tend to do more of the racing stuff. That's kind of where I got my start in RC. So I'd start off doing 10 scale on road, and like I do off road buggy as well.
Uh-huh.
So that's where I spend a lot more of my time and money. But I've got a TRX4 axle based rig, which drives JJ and Jason up a wall because they hate TRX4s.
That's amazing.
And I refuse to change it out just because it kind of annoys them. So
Hey, I love that. That's good office banter for sure. But even not being in the area, especially coming from racing, that side helping with the shocks, I can see where that would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
So
and that's where like a lot of the ideas for like some of the like piston redesign and everything kind of stem from.
Sure.
And then I actually worked with a buddy of mine that does suspension he used to do it for GM. Now he's with Jeep. And so I kind of threw some ideas back and forth with him. He actually ran them through some simulations, and everything kind of checked out. So did some tests when they were actually down in Oklahoma, and threw them at Jason when he came back, and we ran with it. So
now, do either of you ever have to or get to, whatever you want to say, work with the full size stuff?
At work? No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, we both have money pit cars though.
Ah.
Yeah.
Multiple. Yeah. That's actually how we met. We were friends actually before I started working at Dlux, or he did. We've been friends for
15 years.
Yeah, something like that.
What are the project cars? Are they Jeep XJs? Or either of them Jeep XJ?
He has an XJ.
My wife drives an XJ.
Okay.
No, I have a 99 Miata that's like a track day car.
Okay.
And then I have last fall I picked up a 96 Nissan 240, and that'll be the drifting car. So
okay. Nice.
I've got my IS 300, which I'm still toying with the idea of turboing. Hopefully wife isn't still in the chat. And then I've got a 94 STI that's like full JDM swapped, fully built, that I just haven't wrapped up for years now. So, and then eventually I'll modify my GTI, which is my daily driver.
Okay, yeah. So some fun cars.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice.
Yeah, car guys first.
Good collections too. The drifting side. sounds like a lot of fun. That 240 project.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been doing drifting stuff for like 10, 12 years and kind of took a step away and recently got back into it with the Miata and decided I should have a dedicated car for it. So picked it up. Yeah.
That sounds like a, I could see it. The Miata scene around here, of course, is quite large. You'll run into they have meets here every Monday, and car meets in California are just massive for just anything. Whatever they are, they're huge and they're super annoying. But no, no, they're actually pretty odd. The Miata, Sam at the office, he's got a couple Miatas, so he would go to those on occasion. We'd see the shots from them, just sea of Miatas in parking lots. Just, where are all of these guys coming from? Just all over.
They still only take up like 10 parking spaces.
Right. And then they'll go on some of those drives. And he's like, man, keeping up with these guys and these mountain roads and these Miatas is not easy.
Yeah, they're momentum cars. Once they get going, once they get up to speed, they can stay there.
Yeah, but you just got to get there. So
eventually.
Here's a good question out of the chat. What deluxe trans would be the best for a moon buggy chassis with Capra axles?
Portal trans.
Yeah, that would be it's such a compact
default answer, but it's small, it's compact, it's lightweight. It's the answer for a reason.
Yeah, I get it. I think I've got 2 of those. Well, I've got one in my sporty and one in a moon buggy, which is up there. But it is nice especially for room for interiors or whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Now, on the portal trans stuff like that, are you guys mainly recommending the outrunner stuff for people, or are you
in general, like revolvers? A lot of guys that were able to pick them up before they sold out have really been liking the stubbies that we brought out with Holmes. So,
yep. How much of the electronics are you guys carrying in-house?
We carry a ton of Holmes motors.
Yeah. We sell a ton though.
Yeah.
It's tough to keep them in stock sometimes.
Most of them are the outrunners, but we do carry some of the brushed puller motors. And we
like the 400 size or the
puller 400s. I think 14 turn and 16 turn we stock both of.
Yeah, so if you buy like one of the kit asylums, like that's what we put on the portal transmission. So you're not stuck only running an outrunner with one of those. You can run a full puller 400 size motor on those things too.
I don't even remember what I put on mine. I think I talked with Matt about it and whatever he had suggested at the time. And then I think I had just called John and told him whatever I needed and went that route. But it was I have to go look now. Tom, I saw that Jason Bergmeyer and Matt Beast are coming out to Prescott, Arizona next weekend. Anyone else coming?
I think it's just those 2 guys.
Yeah, I don't think JJ's heading out there.
JJ, I think, wanted to go, but I think he ended up on a waiting list. I know registration filled up fast for that one.
What Prescott? That's not Overland Expo. What is it?
It's
that's
Arizona
Flag
Shootout.
Yeah, I think it's Arizona Shootout.
Arizona Shootout. Oh, gotcha. For that. Yeah.
Arizona Summer Shootout.
Yep.
Yes, that one's been going on for quite a while. That event. So that's pretty rad. The let's see, 380 motors baller says. I have a Nod 2 TRX4 axles and it has all the gear reduction and it's awesome. The Nod 2, okay, the portal, run us through your, the big picture of the transmission breakdowns.
Yep. So there's the portal transmission, and that's for portal axles. So 3-to-1 reduction, and then the NOD is a no overdrive transmission, and that's for straight axles, and it's a 4-to-1 reduction.
Yeah, thereabouts,
roughly. And then there's the OD3, if you're counting. There's original, 2, and 3. And that is the overdrive transmission, which gives you, is it 18% underdrive?
Yeah,
I believe, to the rear. So
I think Beast might have even said the exact amount, but yeah,
okay,
you're underdrive in the rear on that one.
Yeah,
and then we do still have hamburgers, cheeseburgers, the sliders,
and yeah, those had been around for those have been around for quite some time. What is the difference between those and the 1, 2, and 3? Basically, you have now.
Those are going to be the more old school, like 3-gear kind of style, bigger, a lot like larger physically. So a lot of guys are just kind of moving away from them just because there's so much more weight and size involved with them.
The advantage of the cheese is that it has a counter rotating output shaft. So if you want to run a mullet, it's still a good choice for that.
A super easy version if you want to run the mullet.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was something I do remember with those, but I didn't know if there was any other differences between them other than, you guys do have the machined housings now in those other transmissions versus the plate and standoff style.
Which we have too. Now with the ultralights, the ultralight portals, ultralight NOD, because it was something people really wanted. They wanted just to try and drop as much weight as possible. So
gotcha.
Yeah, that's how too.
Got you. I don't know if maybe I haven't seen those as much yet. I probably just overlooked them or, didn't necessarily notice, but yeah, so you can get those. Yeah, it's how that goes, It's so the cheeseburger would be ideal for a moldable. Yeah, it sounds like, save you from having to flip a ring and pinion or, get a reverse cut gear set or anything like that. It would basically make things a bolt-in type situation.
Yeah. And depending on what you're doing for rear axle, some are easier than others to make that swap. So
yeah, absolutely. And, depending on what does it have any overdrive with the reverse rotation on the cheeseburger?
I don't think so.
Okay. So then, yeah, it makes it.
We don't move a lot of them anymore.
Yeah, that's how that goes. So that makes sense, going with the newer stuff and just continue to move that stuff around or, move through, come out with new products. It's always now I want 5 guys. Yeah. Hamburger, cheeseburger.
And we always want to keep that stuff around. So we have like legacy support, and for guys that want to run it, it's still an option. It's just, we have so many other options now that people tend to prefer. So
yeah, and as things go, sometimes it's just what other people see people running more often, and that just becomes the way, or people design around a skid plate pattern or things like that. I know that the portal, it's a 2-bolt 2-bolt to it. Are the NOD and the 3, whatever that was called, are they at the same type of pattern or the same pattern? No,
the
different
portal
pattern?
are going to be inline, the NOD are going to be offset. And so, but like Fish makes skids, flat skids for both, and 70 and 78 millimeter. We stock both. We have skids for like our chassis and stuff where it's kind of more of a Fargo style where it incorporates into the skid a little bit more. So then you can get a little bit even lower LCG.
Nice. Now, as far as the manufacturing in-house stuff like that, are you guys involved with that, or?
Yeah, we all.
You guys have operators for it or something like that? I know, like, I think you guys have added some, or you have had for some time, CNC in-house? Or is it
a lot of it's through like Iron Rock itself?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Yep.
Like a lot of the plates and stuff, a lot of the carbon, like the G10 stuff. A lot of that we do like in our location with our router. Okay.
So, yeah, that's a fun job to get and clean and work around.
Oh yeah, listen to the vacuum for hours a day, and
yeah,
yeah,
the router going, just
yeah.
I've got mine in the garage, of course, and Nicole can always tell when I've got a project going. It's fine,
but it's one of those things too. Like it allows us to start working on new stuff a lot quicker. So like this is one of the things that's not officially out yet, but this is a new mini that we're doing.
That basically looks like the same 10 scale body I got with the Sporty.
For now,
yeah.
So, but that one's got a newer, we're calling it the OD4 transmission.
Okay, and this is mini, not micro.
Yeah,
correct. Yep, it's a mini class.
I almost forget that class exists sometimes.
And there's some new stuff like, like some axles that haven't
Yeah.
really been seen before.
Yeah, some super. The gear set in that size wise, is it closer to AR-44 size or like the MRC or whatever they are now?
It is a AR-44 gear set that's in these.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's based off our DX44 housing. So
Okay, great. And then just size down. So it uses the tubes. You've got
Yep.
C hubs on there that are custom to that size, or
Yep.
That's very cool.
And these axles will eventually be kind of like call it a choose your own adventure. So you can actually dial in the width that you want to run. So if you want to run something really narrow, you can.
Mhm.
If you want to run something really wide, you can. You can stagger them and
Right.
kind of build it out how you want.
Now the mini stuff, a lot of guys may not be familiar with those at all here. It was like back when we used to compete with the robots, as Matt keeps calling them on this channel. We had 3 classes that we competed with every weekend. The most popular size was the 2.2, basically, which was like this, which became MOA dominated since 2008, basically. And then we had supers and minis. And minis started around 2009 because the Losi MRC came out in September 2008, and that then became a class. So when we wanted to go to these big events and compete for overalls or things like that, we had to carry one of these, a massive super, which you guys sell a bunch of parts for.
Oh, we still sell supers, yeah.
And then these little minis, which had nicknames that were not so pleasant, commonly referred to as the pissant class. We all had them. None of us, we all just tolerated them. There were some guys that just loved them, though. And having some nicer part support like that probably would have been a lot nicer. We were having to run these low C axles with terrible steering, and just they were the worst.
Yeah.
With those, I assume like steering and all that is pretty wild.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
So not too shabby.
what are those tires?
These are RC 4-wheel drive bully comps. It's their pins that we kind of have, like all of them on the market right now.
Now, do they make them that size for that class?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I evidently, again, the mini class, and I don't necessarily see that as much.
Yeah, I mean, we still offer supers, and we've got 24 scale that we offer and everything. So
I've
we
seen
were
you
kind of
guys release 24 scale axles for a number, like the axle shafts for a number of different people's cars.
We've got chassis and everything now too, and soon there'll be transmissions, and
Oh, nice.
we're covering all the bases.
Very cool. Yeah, that's I mean, the axle shafts you guys were offering for like the Super 8s. I've got the Super 8s in one of my car. And there's a guy locally who had one, and he upgraded to your guys' shafts, a lot better angle, and I would imagine better strength at the same time.
Yeah, a lot more durable. That's why a lot of guys end up switching to them, and then it's like, if you're willing to modify the axle housings too, you can really just maximize the steering angle on those things.
Yeah, which sounds like I just need to pick those up, because watching him with that, I was like, oh, well, that's because I switched to some axles from a company called like OGRC, I think, because they had universals, which I liked better than the other ones. And then you guys are offering them now do you guys offer them for the OGRCs?
Are
Like
they?
a +5.
No, we have
a +4
8,
and +8. So the
And
Endura
stock.
and stock and the Super 8s.
Yep.
Like the stocks work really well in like the trail housings because they're already kind of like hogged out, so you can really maximize, especially like with the knuckles that should be coming out soonish as soon as Jason's ready to let them go. With those knuckles, even with like the trail housings on a stock housing, it's nuts the steering angle you can get out of them.
Yeah, which is impressive. I mean, that's such a huge thing for the 120, like a stock 124 scale is pretty miserable to drive. It is not fun. Like,
He loves them. I hate
drive
building
them all the
stupid
time.
things.
Yeah.
I love competing with them. Like I really enjoy competing with, because you can make them feel kind of like a 10 scale.
Yeah.
And then they're fun. Just stock, they are not fun.
No, they're kind of turds out of the box.
I mean, I like building small stuff, like goat guns.
Hey, look at that.
But I don't like working on 24 scale. I hate those little screws.
I do not like working on 124 scale. I only like competing. But
He always offers to build mine for me because I hate doing it.
oh,
Yeah.
That's nice to have around. Josh, make the visit next. I'll make it happen. Mainly just come hang out with you, Ryan. But also we can go over there and bug those guys.
I mean, you guys could just come over to our place. Ryan does anyways for like King of Hammers and everything. We have viewing parties and
that's what I hear. He was talking about that. I talk to Ryan pretty regularly still. So there's always something going on. So who does all the computer stuff over there? STL Sunday stuff. So who's CAD? Who's Design World?
mostly Jason.
Yep.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I mean, it's just, again, it's one of those things that it was nice to see that business did what it did after the acquisition.
Well, and it helps too that he's like one of the lead designers for Iron Rock. So a lot of that kind of like skill set and knowledge set really translates well. So.
Sure. And yeah, so that was it's nice to see things that improve and continue on over time. It's not always I would say it's the exception to how most of the time it seems that stuff happens.
Yeah.
So we've all seen many acquisitions in the RC world that don't go the same way we hope they would.
Yeah, like I said, coming from 10 scale on road, I was a huge HPI person my entire life. And that was like, I kind of stepped away from the hobby for a bit and came back, and it's like, oh, that happened.
Where's all of the stuff I like?
Yeah.
But,
it was brutal.
Yeah. So what else? You guys have anything else there you'd like to talk about specifically? You're hiding in front of you. How many Pokeball or Pokemon assorted things can you count in front of you right now? Not counting your hat.
How many Pokemon things are in this room? A lot.
Yeah,
quite a few.
But this is Chris's house, not mine.
Oh God. Okay. What? Oh,
that's his. That's not mine.
I had to hook him up with some cards. In the Pokeball, however, we have a new ESC.
Gotcha.
So another this is not the suppressor. This is going to be a
more entry level kind of option. So instead of the suppressor and the price that kind of carries and the features it carries, this is a little bit more stripped down, a little bit more kind of what you need.
We have them. They'll be coming with XT30s. I think there's a handful with XT60s.
There's even a few Deans, I think, available.
Yeah, and then they have a hey, dude, I use Deans. Come on.
I tried to talk him into doing some Tamiya plugs just so Matt can run them.
And then they're already set up for direct power servos as well.
Oh, that's super nice.
Yep.
They'll also be coming with the programmers, which.
Oh, okay. Yep. Now, is that AM32 or Escape 32 or
AM32?
AM32. Okay. I don't really know the difference between AM32 and Escape 32. I just see those two options a lot. So that's
JJ's thing.
Yeah, JJ is kind of the wizard when it comes to this stuff. He's way more versed in it than I am. But.
Mo's the 24 scale expert. I tend to help a lot with like the shock tuning and that kind of stuff, and kind of diving in all the new stuff that we're doing with those. Gotcha.
Now, have either of you worked in the RC industry previously?
No.
I've been in the CNC world. I've worked plastics for the better part of 10 years, firearms industry for quite a while. So
yeah, that's what's your background beforehand?
I did vinyl wrapping, so I started a vinyl design business. And
toxic. He's setting up for failure.
Yeah, and still do that stuff, but do full time at Dlux.
Got you. So you still, a lot of us, hard to stop doing things even when you're done with work, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's work, come home, make stickers, and.
So you're the reason that when I get an order that there's 10 colors of Deluxe sticker included?
There's only one in there.
Oh,
No,
It's totally not a conflict of interest that he and his wife make the stickers for the company or anything.
yeah.
actually, that's how I knew about Deluxe. Is I was making their stickers for them before I started working there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you do good business and those opportunities pop up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Flying cars.
Oh, I've seen it. I comment on it all the time.
Nothing on the other side. We're
He's
You
the
know what?
true of this stream.
He's been telling me for days now that I have to watch it. And
Well, we'll have to make it happen so that next time we can have you guys on and you guys can make Matt's eyes glaze over as we talk about comp stuff all the entire stream.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, we can make
But-
it miserable for him. He's already been replaced as my favorite Canadian streamer anyway. So
who is your favorite Canadian streamer?
Meg August. Now my wife's gonna get mad in the chat.
I have to look her up.
It's worth a check.
Okay. I would assume so. We have similar tastes, and but the it's odd. Will they buy Novak and bring it back? I think you could probably get it for like $12 to $15. So,
I mean, if you talk Jason into doing that, we're definitely bringing back the rooster. You see.
oh yes, that was the Super Rooster was my favorite. Nicole says, "Don't do it." You know what? The off topic though. I gave Nicole one of my logins for YouTube Premium, which was a mistake. But now she is all in on YouTube being like the source for entertainment, and it's good because she understands this world so much better now.
See, my wife was all about watching YouTube, and now she's like, I introduced her, unfortunately, to Whatnot, and so she's been spending all sorts of time on that.
Oh man,
It's brutal.
Josh Toth, good luck with that one. So, Nicole, I can send her a text and then she'll respond. I'll send another one, and she just. I was home. We were having a conversation. She had her phone in her hand, and then all of a sudden, somehow she left it in the garage. It's like we were in the garage for 30 seconds. How did you? Gone.
My wife
It's
just texted me,
amazing.
hey, I'm on Whatnot now, not cool.
Yes, I hear that's big for the collectible industry.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you get Nicole into that, then you can just like pick up a sim rig,
oh,
just kind of product placement for you.
I know,
Do it.
I know. I need it so bad, so bad. Just
We figured we'd poke the bear just that little bit.
yeah, I know. It looks so much fun.
Oh, it is. Especially if you do like a VR headset besides, you get pretty immersed pretty quick.
See, the only way that I could do it is somehow turn it into something that's streamable.
Oh, you can.
Like, yeah, except when you're streaming it, like with the VR headset, you just look. It doesn't look the same as.
See, but as viewers, we'll still laugh if you're like, if you're playing. Oh, what's the game that you and Matt used to stream here and there?
Beam.
Beam
Or
NG.
Yeah. Oh,
Like if you're streaming and pushing Matt off a cliff again,
Yeah. I'm
I'm still gonna watch, still gonna laugh.
so good. Nicole says unfriend Chris. Yeah, that's there we go. I'll figure out what button to push. A little slideshow for you guys. All right, what else do we have going on over at Deluxe that we can go through here? I guess where do you see, or where do you guys get pushed the most in the market? Is it the scale comp side now, or is it the full robots, or is it so equally split that it's hard to say?
So equally split, like especially if you just think like just shocks alone. We get so many guys buying them specifically for comp use. We get a lot of guys buying them for like trail trucks, and then anything and everything in between.
Sure. That, I mean, that's good too. That it's not all everything on one side. It helps
Yeah.
keep some development going for those other areas.
It keeps it fresh for us too. Like if we're building Nessies one day and Lunatics or Mercenaries another, it's not as redundant then.
Yeah, that I can see that for sure. Which is awesome. The comp crawling world, the non-scale comp has been around for a long time, but hasn't necessarily been the spotlight for quite a while. So keeping it going there's not a lot of other brands that are really keeping that side moving in a focused way.
Yeah.
Not that a lot of parts can't be utilized in multiple ways, but like it's even full axles specifically. Is there RC Full Drive, the Bully 2? Are those still available? Are those still a thing?
I think you can still get them.
I think technically you can, yeah.
Yeah. Every once in a while you'll see someone yeah. Every once in a while you'll see someone like post up like is this a good choice? And like the Bully 2 RTR.
No, and most of the guys, like even a lot of the guys are running stuff like that. If they want to play like the MOA game, they'll buy super lights.
Right. And then you can build whatever you want from there unless you want the full rig. But,
yeah, and I mean it's just such a better option anyways. They're way more high clearance. The transmissions built onto them are way better. I mean, there's really, besides cost, there's really no reason not to. So
they're super impressive axles. They're not cheap, but they are wildly cool, and they're a lot cheaper than it was to build our Bergs back in the day with $300 cases and $150 gear sets, and then tubes that we had to buy for another $100 per axle, and axle shafts that were $150, and you'd have a crazy amount of money, and you had to piece everything together and file it to fit, and then
I'll preach to the choir.
Yeah.
We're both into all the expensive hobbies too, so like I know like on some of your Vanquish streams I've hopped on and like chat with Jim a little bit. I come from the paintball world. Like I played competitive paintball for a long time and I worked in that industry. So like, I don't know, it's all kind of the same, similar thing to me at least. So
yeah, we're all the same. We all spend stupid money at a different place at a different time.
All of our wives are equally pissed off. It's fine.
Like,
we'll get over it.
Well, I appreciate you guys a ton for one, Montana reaching out first, being, hey, why don't you just like that's a great idea, and Matt is here, so it's the perfect timing. So I appreciate you guys for joining. Matt is here to say hello.
Matthew,
Matt, we've been talking about robots
hello,
the
gentlemen.
whole time.
I figured as much. I looked at the views.
Oh, see, he's already talking trash, but I gave him a brilliant idea earlier for OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How are you guys? Pleasure to meet you both virtually. Is that you got a racing seat behind you there?
Yeah, it's a sim rig.
Sim rig?
Kind of lure Josh into the dark side a little bit.
Oh God. Don't even get me started. I was in a real sim rig today.
That's not how that works, man.
The difference is you can't crash as easily in that one.
Oh man, my shoulders are destroyed. We'll talk about that later, but I'm sorry I missed all the
girls
fun.
beat you this week.
Right.
None.
I better end that poll before Matt says anything. End poll. Oh my gosh. Is it really? Ooh, it is 50% to 49%. Oh,
that what? What was the poll? I didn't even see it.
Did Matt make the fast group?
Traditionally, I voted with zero knowledge.
I was having a hard time deciding which Albon he was going to be this week.
Yeah.
Well,
pre-appendix,
I was
post-appendix.
I was good. Well, you know what? I won't spoil it. We'll wait until later. Yeah.
Much appreciation to you guys for joining. And we'll have you on again.
Yeah, for sure. We're game.
Come back anytime.
Anytime Matt's gone.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anytime I need a nap.
Later, guys.
All right, have a good one.
Take care, guys. Well, hello there.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
Yes. Thanks for watching. Check in where you're watching.
What did I miss?
Why does my carbon front diff sit to one side more? If it's carbon, you built your links, you got to make sure that they're exactly equal length, especially in the uppers, since you can't tell. Hold them next to each other off of the truck and make sure they're exactly the same eye to eye length. You can do the same with the lower. Or if you did a CMS change, then it's going to, because it's going to cycle. So it depends on your setup. But if it's just box stock, take the upper links and lower links off and make sure when you set them side to side, they're exactly the same eye to eye. So there you go.
Or throw them in the garbage.
Or you're off center.
Oh,
Fix your other way. There you go.
There we go. How are you?
Not too bad. How are you?
Man, so good.
So good.
So good. Yeah, good day today. Work has been busy, which is really, really nice. I feel good about work again.
I like money.
I like money.
Well, that's good news. Yeah, I know we've both been busy. We have not been as chatty lately.
Oy.
Your truck is in the mail.
My truck is here.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's right down there.
What?
You know how I know Josh is actually busy? He doesn't read any of my goddamn messages.
Are you kidding?
Doesn't read a goddamn thing. I was as surprised as you are.
Wow.
It showed up today. Now, I wasn't home when it showed up, but it showed up nonetheless. I had to pay the duty.
Oh, what did well, I don't
there's
feel
always
in the slightest.
There's always duty on my package. So not too bad though. Not too bad. $20. $20.
Oh.
A pittance, really.
If I had your money, I'd throw mine away. RC Chance, thank you very much. I'm having a hard time figuring out the incision lights. Can you control them from the transmitter or just the switch? You can, but you have to put the switch on the board in the correct position, and then you can control it from the transmitter. So the switch position there is what will allow you to control it from the transmitter. So I haven't
updated that sign, by the way, behind me.
I didn't tell you, but I sent you the second chassis.
Oh, really? The first one was better.
No, the second one is better.
But pray tell why.
So I did a cleaner job on the second one. I did.
Well, you didn't have to give me that one. I'm happy to have the fouled one.
Yeah, but I would have had to take it apart. Was one.
So it's more of a laziness
That's
over quality on this one.
I took them both into work, and I was just like, "Now, taking this to Dan. Ship this, Dan."
Well, this one's the better one.
Also, I will say there was one specific tube on the chassis that was pissing me off so bad to look at. I was like, "Nope, sending it to Matt."
Alrighty. Well,
he came inside and said the second one was better. See, exactly.
I believe it. And if it makes you feel any better, I think Tom is spending extra special time on your grill, so you'll get yours a day later than everybody else.
I'm fine with that.
Literally, you don't have any projects for that body right now, anyway.
No,
or time.
It will make. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was like, I'm going to move myself to the bottom of the list.
Yeah, fine.
I don't need that right now.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah,
but
exactly. I do too. Looking at those photos, I'm just like, oh,
Suga.
Oh, it's so good. The carbon fiber.
So good.
Suga. Oh,
it's so good.
Excellent.
It's so choice. I highly recommend it if you have the means.
I already did my mail call. So do you have mail call to do? Cheers.
I do. Let me do it real quick. Cheers. Cheers to beers. All right. Fur-for-all. Let me be crispy clear. I'm late tonight, later than usual, because they're giving the carts more time to charge in between our heats.
Really?
Yeah,
Trying
because
to
I
top
guess
them off, huh?
somebody complained. I don't know who. So this is from Jacob Marks in Clarkdale, AZ.
That's Arizona.
He lives
Near
at
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, but not in Scottsdale.
It's got Scottsdale School District.
Matt, thank you for all your great content. Hope you enjoy, Jacob. I do very much enjoy Volvos. Thank you very much. I do like this one a lot. And Volvo 240.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I forgot the Hot Wheels that I received this week at the office, and I apologize because they were good ones. The yellow Gran Turismo Porsche and a C6 Corvette from 2011.
Oh, I also got a Porsche, but I forgot it in the display case.
Hey.
Yeah, big old blue box. Love it. And then, crikey, mate, all the way from Australia. How many didgeridoos are in here? This is, you know what this is, right? From Australia, mate.
Should I?
You should.
Do you get your shocks already?
Yes.
God.
I've got my whole chassis and my shocks now.
This is
I'm
such
virtually done.
horseshit.
Pricey's Custom Crawlers. Ooh, tax invoice. What is the deal with shocks these days? These are nice.
So that's another
Oh,
thing that
look
I
at this.
forgot.
They've got them. Look at how he labels these. These are all ready to go,
wow.
mate.
Oh, so when we worked through all the details on this, I told him what your axle setup was going to be, what the truck, little bit of bump travel.
Oh,
So they're not 100% full droop. Still a
We
little bit
like.
up, which is perfect. I
that's
chose your
nice.
colors for you, and yeah,
That's nice. These are nice shocks.
Yeah.
So these are ready to go. I don't have to do anything.
bolt them on. Now, the one
Just
thing I don't
look
know
at, stick it, see you later, bye.
is how they're going to fit in the shock mount as far as width goes. You may have to space them. I spaced them for S80s because that's how I designed and built it to start.
All right. They
So
might be good. I think they might be okay.
You might have to space. I'm not sure. Mine they're an 8mm spacing, and I did a way better job on yours because I added a little washer, so they had the proper amount of.
Also
Oh,
includes
okay.
some lower shock spacers. This is a nice little operation. His name is
Steve Price.
Steve Price. It's not that they're expensive. Well, I mean, they're not expensive, but
Yeah, they're not cheap, but
they're not cheap, mate. But you know, when they're handmade in Australia,
the buyer experience was nice. It was nice to work with him.
he seemed lovely. I got an
Yes.
invoice and everything. Now, the pièce de résistance, packed by Dan himself. Oh, wow. Dude, I worked so hard on this. Look at this thing. This is incredible, Josh. You are a madman.
Yep, I think it will. It'll turn out pretty good. I'm pretty sure I forgot your motor plate. Now that I look at it, no big deal. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that little guy.
Yeah, that is not in the box. That's okay. There will be other things.
Nope, that's fine.
This side's a little not.
That's the fucking tube right there. Oh,
I'm so glad I was able to pick that out right away.
I know. Oh, I hate it so much.
This is really good.
It is 0.95 pounds.
It's light.
So it could be lighter.
looks
There's
so
like
good.
how I do the body tabs and all that to make it easy for people. It could absolutely be lighter, but
no, but I'm stealing this idea for the F toy.
it makes it so easy. And
Oh man, you really knocked it out of the park.
first of all, most interested in making sure it looks good.
Yeah, always.
So,
Always.
uh,
That's the most important thing here, guys. Looks
Yeah.
first, performance,
Yeah.
not
If
even
that's-
second.
if it does, like if it doesn't look good on the internet, it doesn't even count. Like, what's the point? Okay, so you are gonna have to space. Yep, you're gonna
That's
need
okay.
I
I have spacers.
Yep,
I have
absolutely.
lots of
That's
those. That looks so friggin' good, but it doesn't look as good as this.
There is the mock-up not C1.
Yep.
1.9 Pro mod.
1.9 Pro mod. And you'll see I've added some sliders.
Oh,
built
gotcha.
some 3D printed sliders there, you see.
Now, is that going to be integrated? You've started on some tube design.
Yes, I have in Fusion, and they will just go outside of that
Okay.
quite perfectly. And I measured these to make sure I could put a battery on there. Using my noodle.
Not just a hat rack.
No, but look at how this is kind of comical. How small this is
Mhm.
in comparison to how gigantic this is going to be.
Yeah.
How am I
Yeah.
going to get a man in here? Oh, I see.
Oh, I've designed it specifically for it.
Yes.
And then you will attach your own head.
Oh, you know I will.
Yep.
I've got them all ready to go. There
So-
he is.
Exactly. And you can.
Oh, but I should be wearing a helmet.
Ah. I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, we'll see.
Maybe I can come
Bonus
up with a
points
helmet.
for helmet.
I can come up with a helmet you can scale over top of it.
This is so nice, Josh. This is really cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I say
problem.
begrudgingly. God, I hate it when he does good stuff. Hate having to say that to him.
Yes, helmets are highly encouraged. I may have to have
Pretend to.
Nicole scan my face. Which
I scanned my own face.
did you?
Yeah.
And that's why it came out like that, though.
Touche. All right. So what are you going to send me next? Because I got a lot to do on this here, and
You do have a lot
I
of
have not
files.
been following the Discord.
Well, don't worry. There's not much you need from in there yet.
Okie dokie.
So you're gonna have to, start it. I'll have links and all of that for you. I'll have. You've got the shocks already, you son of a.
It's weird that. Well, no, it makes sense, I guess, because they'd come from the other direction.
Probably might have been in LA for a few days, so I was hoping that they would be in today, but whatever. It's whatever.
It's fine. Whatever.
So, yeah, you're gonna have to get your start working on your axles, those type of things. Get your
What axles are you running there?
F10s portals. That's what you need. I of course have aluminum on there, not necessary, but these
so I get to steal them off of my stance, for example.
Yes, you do want four-wheel steer.
I can steal them off my stance and my FVS 410
iPhone.
Phoenix.
Yeah, because you're going to take that transmission anyway. So
Yeah, that one needs to be rebuilt.
So
Don't forget to do that.
yes,
It's so sick. So sick.
it actually does come out. It comes out good. So it's 13.5-inch wheelbase. Links, I'll be able to just give you part numbers for. It'll be easy.
You know what's great? Because it's metal, I can go drive this and practice a whole bunch.
Oh, sure.
No problem.
Like because you'll have it done way in advance.
Oh, totally. I'll be finishing it on the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys don't mind if I do a little brazing, do you?
Now, you are going to have to braze something on that.
Yeah, okay. I can.
So-
I know how to braze.
I know. I'm just saying. But once I'm putting a deadline at a certain point at the build along. And anyone who has got theirs completed by that deadline, which is likely going to be our event, or maybe like a week before, something like that,
Yeah.
I'll go in the order of the orders people got in, and I'm gonna make little VIN tags for people to braze in.
Cute.
Yep, there you go. But you're gonna have to put it on there.
Yeah.
So I think they're just gonna go underneath of this. The roof cover will cover it, and you'll be able to see underneath. But super simple.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yep,
Good work, Josh.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. They said.
It'll only be a little bit of brazing.
Yeah,
They said.
but
No problem.
you've got I'll have, like I told you before, panel templates and things like that, so you can get started.
Mhm.
Panels are gonna be pretty simple. The hood, I'll give you a template so that you can create your own style if you want to, design one, do stamped or pressed. There's been some guys talking about that.
Yeah.
Carbon, also an option. Who knows?
It's got to be metal. I have to make it metal for my thing.
For your theme.
Yeah.
Yes. That I don't remember what it was, but it's gonna be cool. I kind of remember, but then you talked about
Glad
something
you're paying
today.
attention.
You said something today. I was like, I don't remember that being part of this at all. But I'll get more details on that later.
Oh yeah, no. That's I used the wrong word.
Oh, okay.
I'm still doing the thing.
Oh, okay, good. I was just like, man, like this is.
I'm not doing that thing. Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
doing that. I was like, after I read, I was like, that's not the right word.
I
That's
didn't
a
even
whole
question.
other thing.
I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, you're like, cool. All right, good work.
I've dabbled a
Does
little.
he know
myself.
how to do that? I don't think he knows what that word means.
I don't think you do. You keep using that word.
I don't think you know what that word means.
I don't think it means what you think it means. 7 pounds is kind of hard to hit. So I know what you mean, but this one with the aluminum axles, as this sits, is 4.95.
Oh,
now,
that's easy.
That is no weight on the axles, no weight in the wheels, no
2/3 of the way there.
my motor or my transmission isn't totally complete, no servos. I think that I'll be able to hit 7 pounds like I wasn't even trying because I
Easy
wasn't.
peasy.
And it's
Lemon
heavy.
squeezy. Are you going to put lights on yours?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
No. I mean, not now.
Underglow would be cool, I guess. But
I thought this would be a nice space for a tail light.
The only way I would put lights back
taillight
there,
in there.
little scrolling sign that said
Yeah.
But
You tried that once already, and it was a huge failure.
it did fail. Well, that whole project did, mainly because of a global issue, but not my problem. I mean, it was my problem. It was not my fault.
Well, I mean, there's no proof or evidence against that, though, so we don't know for sure.
Yeah, that is true. Also, I think it was a good
did
thing,
get a
because
super chat.
We were not building anything competitive.
No, that's true for sure. I did get a super chat at the very beginning while I was not here. Thank you, Pilot Ryan Media. Wheelie Yellow, 23 posts, 225,000 followers, started in November. I guess that's a comment based on something you guys talked about. But you've seen that Instagram, yeah?
Just the last couple of days, all of a sudden.
I've seen it a bunch.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
My
Pretty cool. Pretty
Instagram
fun.
is very different.
I know. Lots more boobs.
Couldn't be less. Notice how Josh went from water to beer after Matt showed up. That is exactly true.
Hell yeah. Hey, did you see? I know it's not. Well, actually, it is RC related. On one of the latest Cletus McFarland videos, the remote control full-size car.
So I saw that yesterday, but I didn't get to watch it yet because Nicole and I were sitting on the couch and we were watching some YouTube videos, but she was not, that selection wasn't going to fly for her. I made her watch a super fast Matt video that he posted yesterday.
The one on the router or the 3D. Yeah.
Yeah. She was just like,
Why am I watching this?
Like, this is terrible. I was like, he's funny. She's like,
He's funny. I like him.
is he? I was like, yeah. She's like, is he? I was like, no, he's an engineer. She goes, yeah.
Is he what?
Like, he's just so dry that she's just like,
right.
like no, like okay, yeah,
That's why it works.
no.
Nicole,
What?
he's a lot like me.
I was like, this is why you don't think I'm funny. She's like, that's not why.
No, you are not funny. Is he? Yeah, this is it right here. Is he touched? Stop, Nicole. Stop it. Yes, that the Crown Vic was badass until he crashed it.
I saw that in the thumbnail, but I saw it was an hour video, and I'm excited to watch it, but I need to sit.
I fast forwarded through much of it.
I don't fast forward through his videos. I like his videos.
I just wanted to see the RC stuff. Thomas, thank you very much. Boy, am I glad Josh is preoccupied with that buggy build because his Suga body is 25,000 RPM plus cutoff wheel plus ham fist equals extra window. That's what we call in the business a blem.
Yeah, that's fine as long as it's still number one.
Thank you, Thomas. Yeah,
literally, it could take you another multiple months, and it will still be fine. And I'm 100% genuine in that. There is zero time frame on mine.
Yeah, this part of that video was quite funny. They made the signs wrong.
Yes,
So
it's
they
factory
say
freedom.
Factory freedom.
That's the most Florida shit ever. Like,
That is so Florida.
oh
Oh well. Oh yeah. You're totally
factory
right.
freedom, J concepts, saying good enough. Just
It got away from me.
cut and shuts.
Cut and shuts.
Well, Wes, I actually
His name is Dogan.
I actually ordered steel for another one of these today.
Why are you building another one?
Well,
that
I
for?
was going to run 2 classes. Remember?
Oh, so you're building another one, but exactly the same.
That's my thought. I don't have time, man. I had to build yours. So.
Well, I still have to build another one.
I know. So we're in a race. Touched. So
Can't laugh at that. That's not funny. Not funny, sir. All right. Yes. Hey, the wise one arrived. He's talking. I think he's talking to you. Not talking to me. What's up with Josh starting an OnlyFans? Are you selling wheel pictures in the DMs or secret Vanquish pictures? He's selling pictures of his feet.
Yeah,
but on an RC truck.
Yeah, see, that's how it works.
I put up a poll today asking if I should also start exclusive behind the scenes membership only content, and most people were like, "No."
Well,
don't do
because
that.
it's not for most people. That's
right.
The thing. It's for the people.
I understand that,
or who just want to support.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. I just don't have the time to dedicate to another thing.
I know that's a true statement, but I like to talk very specifically about one thing that may be absolute. It'll probably still bore the people that joined, but at least they're there to support. I like to put my thoughts in video. Just circle of thoughts. There's no linearity to my thoughts.
There's no end to the amount of you hearing your own voice.
It is a circle
that you appreciate.
There's no beginning. There is no end.
Mm-hmm. It's more like a triangle.
So yeah. I told him he has to make this YouTube worth it taking over my entire life, and YouTube doesn't pay great.
Well, no, with his number of subscribers, it's certainly not as good.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
One video a week.
Not untrue.
Free though.
3 free videos a week.
3 free videos a week. Coming at you live from
Dale New. I'm doing the build along, but love the process, hence the membership. Thank you very much.
all
See,
right. That's cool.
It is fun. The build along stuff, man, is great. You would know if you were in the Discord more often. But
I'll go check it out. I skim through it every once in a while to see if there's anything funny happening, and it's mostly not funny.
it's mainly
Mostly
like
just
help and work and like, hey, what? And you're like, I didn't have to do any of that.
Yeah, mine's done, guys. If you need any tips, reach out. I will answer your questions incorrectly.
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. What else is going on? You see, Arma had a big portion of Freedom Factory.
I saw
INA.
I saw that they had a video specifically with it. But I didn't.
That was pretty cute, actually. I really liked it.
I didn't actually see the whole thing. I just saw their like Instagram video.
Yeah, I think that's all there is, but it was really cute. They made it like the truck was the character. So the truck's on the plane looking out the window. It was pretty cute. I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What tires are you planning? Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm running these, the Yokohamas. So they've
it's got to be a branded tire, right? Well, I set up the Yokohamas already for the F toy.
Gotcha. So they have to be a branded
tire.
Look
at those rings.
Spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah. That's what I'm planning to run for this one. They're still the red compound, so they'll still do very well. We've competed with them, even they still do really well. So
are these 475 right on the mark?
Right on the mark.
Oh my god, dude.
Now I don't know what foam you put in there, but yes, they're right on the mark.
I put your foams in there. Idiot.
There's also a very large number of trauma images in the Discord. Yeah.
Oh, like broken fingers or missing fingers.
Well, no, like the one I started when I put up. I said, how many of you have the same burn scar on your finger, which is like the two, all of us, and it's just like, or
not me, guys.
Blood,
it's done. It's perfect.
And like,
I didn't even sweat a little bit making this. The sad fact of the matter is, if I did this, like if this was reversed and I was building chassis for Josh, he would not accept them. They would show up and they'd be all like completely mangled and not built with any sort of CAD in mind. You'll see. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's gonna be masterful in how bad it is. I'm doing all the design work, but it's like I don't know how to translate that to actual work.
I've done videos on this.
I know, but
what?
What am I gonna? I'm gonna make the jigs. Now I gotta make jigs.
You know what? You don't even have to make the full jigs. Just make the jigs that are like to the inside shape so that you can tell that your bends are at least perfect.
Okay.
That things are going to line up.
Okay.
You can just do a little bit of work and it will make things so much easier.
Work is hard. Work is like more time. It's the right thing to do.
So, yeah, they're going to start getting more and more things put inside of here real soon, though. I'm going to start knocking out. I have to make sure that I spend less time designing this motor than I did the Porsche motor, because that became an issue.
But it was so cool.
It was very cool, but
that's right.
Good Lord, there was too much work. They put too much work into that motor.
We do need to get me tigging.
Yeah, we do.
That would be fun. I'll highly consider it.
Yeah. And it's just like what you're doing already, but
what I'm looking at
faster and
this,
easier.
I'm looking at, like, I've been watching a lot of TIG videos,
Mhm.
and this doesn't look like that.
This is TIG brazing. So
you're just plopping wire in.
it's the same type of process as TIG welding. You have your
Yeah.
torch, and you get the video of it real up close.
Uh-huh.
But when the wire that you're using, it looks just like regular TIG wire, it's just a slightly different color, but it melts at a lower temperature, which is the difference between brazing and welding. So so you don't have to get the base metal, molten where it all flows together and becomes one. You're just using that filler. So that's why it's the different color.
Oh,
It's that bronze color.
Okay. All right. So you're not really TIG welding.
You're not TIG welding, you're TIG brazing.
Yeah. Got
But
it.
it would look the exact same to an outsider. The process would be the same, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little less heat required.
I'm just not seeing a lot of dimes.
Well, at this scale, that's also going to be very difficult.
Well, I don't care. I paid for dimes. I expect dimes.
Yeah, you paid about a dime. You're right.
I think
10 cents on the dollar is what you mean.
These are going to cost $1,000.
I would not do it again for $1,000.
No, you said you were going to do another one.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not for some.
Not for some random YouTube idiot.
Yeah.
That's
If someone
me.
offered me $1,000 to do another one, I would tell them no.
How about 1,001?
I mean, there's a number for sure, but it's $1,000. You can go.
Well, I'm very pleased.
already-
I don't even mind that one tube.
I do. That's why you got that one.
That's so good. Yeah. 1,002 final offer. Oh my gosh, it's 10:48. I feel like this show just started.
Oh my God, amazing.
Wow.
So let's hear about your.
Mm-hmm.
your
So,
go-karting.
as you know, there are 2 qualifying sessions,
Yes.
followed by a race. My first qualifier was not a good one, but as always, my fastest laps were my last laps. This is not how it should be.
No.
Your fastest lap on a battery-powered go-kart should be around the middle.
Tires are warm.
Tires are warm, battery's warm, and also at its optimal level of voltage. Voltage drops considerably, but for some reason, I always get my fastest lap on the last one. In the first qualifier, I finished 8th with a 22-1, which was not good.
But 8th.
8th of the first group.
Oh, of the 10.
Of the 10 in the first group.
Okay.
There are 2 groups.
Okay.
So realistically, that was probably good for 19th. No, like 17th overall. Not great. I was like, I need to improve. So I did. I clocked the best time I've ever had on my second qualifier, a 21.664.
Okay.
Which was
21.8
good
is
enough.
usually really fast, right?
Yeah, usually a 21.8 is decent. That would get me into like the top of the slow group. That time today got me 5th overall.
Oh,
I was feeling very confident. And then the race happened. I actually picked up a place on the first couple turns, so I was in 4th. And then I got severely destroyed by 2 guys behind me who basically both pit maneuvered me one way and then pit maneuvered me the other way. And I lost 5 spots. I was in 9th, finished 9th. But that's 9 9th is 20, 19, 18. That's 11 points
Okay.
or 12
Okay.
points. So I'm actually looking really good going into the third week. I'm feeling pretty confident.
Yeah.
It's going way better than before.
You're looking at a possible top 10.
I don't think so. I don't think going into this week I'll be top 10, but I might have moved up to like 13th maybe.
Okay. We're still.
Yeah. I think making huge improvements though. Like I really felt pretty good. I haven't looked at the race. I have it on here.
Well,
I
mean,
but like I said, I haven't looked at it.
you lost out, so I feel like we have to look at it, which is great news for the
Always
rest of us.
bad. Now the stupid thing isn't. Yeah, it is quite funny, isn't it? 47. This should be it, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like I could be.
That
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
I mean, you look to be in about 4th. Great show tonight. Thanks for that, JR. Lex and countdown 0 days.
That's good, JR. That's very good. And so accurate. Does Canadian karting have different rules to make it easier? Kind of like 5-pin bowling. 5-pin bowling is actually harder. Thank you very much. And drink. All right, let's see how badly this went. And Matt Ton. That's good. It's Pewis Hamilton.
It's Sam Matton. Okay, let's.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get racing.
Do they say sorry
Okay.
if they pass you?
Green flag. Let's go. Here we go.
Oh wow,
Okay.
you're immediately okay. You started in 5th, not 4th. But
Started in
you
5th, and then I pick up a spot.
inside
I
line
am now in 4th.
4th immediately.
And then watch this. Oh no, I get around okay here. Still in 4th. How is this possible? This can't be right. I don't remember being in 4th for this long.
So,
Then I'm like, okay, feeling good.
inside.
Going
Oh
okay.
wow, that was
Look
an
at this.
aggressive move.
3rd. And then bap, bap,
3, 4,
and
5. Oh my god.
yeah,
Oh god.
poorly. Now I'm in 9th.
You let that happen to yourself.
Did I
Yeah.
let that happen to me?
You
I don't
absolutely
remember allowing anything happening. 3rd place. I was like, oh my God, I'm in 3rd. And I stayed nice and tight. But then that guy T-boned me. 33 T-boned me big time. I couldn't recover. There was nothing I could do. No bumping, the sign. Yeah. So towards the end here, I did try to make a move, but it was way too late. Nothing could happen. It was over.
I feel like you could have defended a position loss or two there.
I tried my best, man. I just didn't. There was nowhere to go.
Hey, the improvement.
Yes.
The improvement.
Yes.
You were just leaving room for improvement. That's what was happening.
Exactly. But to qualify 5th and then get up to 3rd, I was like, oh, this is the best day of my life.
And getting the points for the qualifying position is great.
Yep. That's true. So, yeah, I felt pretty happy about all of that. A good week for me.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been in the fast group. Have I?
I don't know. Is that the first time?
That might be the first time. No, there was one other time, but last season, the last race.
Ah, okay. That's right.
Yeah.
playing with the big dogs now.
Big dog. All in all, slightly good. Damn, grown men playing with slightly larger cars doesn't do it for me either. Well, Nicole, just let me know the size of the car that it would take.
Size queen.
That's your wife, man.
Hey, we're married. See? You're right. Exactly.
Oh, God. Dark turn. Dark turn. Charlie Shankles, thank you very much for the karting fund. Congrats. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I mean, I'm just saying that worked out.
It is so fun. And the guys there are all like, oh, man, you got to come do the outdoor stuff this summer. And I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of want to badly.
I mean,
there is another place. There's two different places in like local-ish. And this one, they're like, you don't need a race suit. Just wear a jean jacket. I was like, all right.
like, I have a whole closet full.
I got 3. They're like, Snell helmet. Nah. Just run what you brung. Okay.
Just wear a 5-panel hat. Like,
How fast do these go? About 80. Whoa. Jean jacket? Really?
that is the most Canadian shit I've ever heard. Like, they just assume, like, oh, we know you don't have a race suit, but we know you have a jean jacket.
We know you have a jean jacket. 100%.
Oh,
No
my
exposed
God.
skin. JR
Jean-
Lexan count down to 0 days. Lawson, thank you very much. Matt, let Josh know he had a great show tonight, but you need to try harder. Hey, look at that body. I recognize that. Is that who I sold it to?
It
Huh.
very well could be.
Very cool.
And
That's a good one. Yeah, just wear your Canadian tuxedo.
it's also a racing suit. Many people didn't know that.
Bet you didn't know that. This is 100% legal. I should do that. That would be hilarious.
You should, or just get your custom printed racing suit done in a denim pattern
Yes.
with the bow tie, like
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
football helmet. Yeah.
Whatever works. No, they still require a helmet.
Chaps and a belly shirt.
These are good choices. Yeah. You silly? I'm still going to send it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helmet airbrushed to look like a 5-panel hat. I'm glad, JR. I'm glad. Run it in good health.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my God. You gotta get, I think you have to pee in it first, otherwise you get cold.
Yeah, exactly. Got to warm it up. Oh my gosh. Okay, race week this week as well.
It is.
I've made bets.
Thanks, some
I
people.
made bets. Oh yeah, right. Thanks.
First of all, thank you to Trauma RN, a new member. Thank you very much. Black Sheep RC, Gunner, my meat belongs in your mouth. Listen, Hazard 3, Dale C, Aardvark Spleen, Tom Havel, Michael Rajka, Aardvark Spleen, Tom Havel, Toxic Crawlers, Caleb Phillips, Carson Jantz, JR, Lexan Countdown 0 days, Lawson.
Thank you to Pilot Ryan Media, Thomas Bialzik, Charlie Shankles, and JR Lexan count down to 0 days, Lawson. Thank you guys.
So yes, this week is China.
Which many of these guys have not been to.
Yeah, because the last
Because
time
it's
they
been
raced
5 years.
Yeah,
2019.
Year. Just need Dr. President Legend Duck Bandy. So yes, we're in China. a number of these racers have never been there or never raced there, and it's a long straightaway track.
Long straightaway. So if you have McLaren or Mercedes, you're done.
Yeah, I just
That's okay. I've got both Hamilton and Lando. So screwed.
I have Oscar, and I don't have Hamilton anymore, but I still have Ricardo and Bottas and
Lucky. You're so
there's
lucky.
no part of luck that should be put with any stake car.
Buckwild Motorsports, thank you. Makes me want to wear my race equipped fire suit to bananas and race go-karts.
I'm just saying, sounds like it's worth it.
I will take any pics you have on your phone. You sick bastards. Okay. Let me tell you my bets for this week,
Yes, let's hear them.
because these are quality bets.
I have not placed any yet. I'm going to, though. I'm going to make up for
Just one
All
moment. I
the
have to
rest.
log in. Oh, I seem to have frozen the app. Always a good sign.
Yeah, no kidding. Max Piastri Alonso 1, 2, 3. That would work.
I think
out
Alonso
well.
is going to be on the podium this week.
I would love for Alonso to be on the podium, because I have Fernando Alonso.
Fernando. Okay, so here are my bets because
Okay, let's.
Fernando. $2 straight bet. Fernando Alonso to finish on the podium.
Okay.
$2 wager nets me $46.
For a podium.
Yeah, just a podium.
Okay.
$1 bet on Carlos Sainz having the fastest lap. Gets me $8.50. Reasonable.
Possible.
Could be possible.
Possible. Pull something out at the end.
Here's the big one, though. This is the long shot for the week. It's a $2 straight same game parlay. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
The following three things have to occur.
Okay.
Fernando Alonso has to finish on the podium.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Long shot, but possible.
Possible. Charles Leclerc has to finish in the top 6.
Okay, for sure.
Pretty reasonable.
As long
And
as he
Carlos
finishes.
Sainz has to win the race. But my $2 bet wins me $752.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I get why, because there's no
It's quite a
goddamn
long
way.
shot.
I mean, honestly, the
Stranger
biggest thing
things have
there,
happened.
for him to win and get fastest lap, is not going to happen.
Well, no, those are separate bets.
Oh, I know,
don't
but
care.
it's a parlay, right?
No, but that's a whole.
wasn't in that?
That is a parlay. It's not in that one.
Oh, okay. I thought that was in that parlay. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I could care less about hockey. I didn't even know. I had to ask my friend if the Leafs were in the playoffs. That's how little I care.
Oh, I didn't even know that it was playoff time for hockey. I didn't know
I
that
guess
they
it
played
is.
playoffs.
I don't even know how to play.
I thought they did some sort of round robin thing. But
Carlos winning will be the biggest FU to Ferrari. Yes. And that's
it
what
would be.
I'm banking on it.
I have Ferrari this week, so I hope that it happens. I want these Ferrari points.
I want Red Bull to lose.
And I'm a Max fan. So,
But it's more interesting when he doesn't win.
yeah, no, I agree. It is. Yes. And I'm a Max fan. So, but still, I totally agree. It's, no one, I don't think anybody could argue against that.
Right. It's better for the sport if he doesn't
He's
win all the
just
time.
that good.
It'd be great, though, if, like, on the first lap, George Russell qualifies second somehow.
And just dive bombs him.
And just dive bombs. Smashes right, like T-bones, straight into the side of him.
And everyone in the crowd's just. We don't like either of you. And it's a sprint weekend.
Yes. So
we
they
have
get
racing on
limited
Saturday
practice
again.
Fantastic. I love sprint weekends.
I don't care. I like them because there's more racing. Like,
I like them.
yeah, I know a lot
I
of
like
people
them a
are
lot.
just like, "Brr, brr, brr." I'm like, it's more racing.
Oh, quit your belly aching.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, like why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this week I've got Piastri, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Ricardo, and Bottas.
Hulkenberg. I like
with
Hulkenberg.
Ferrari.
I do not like Ricciardo. I think
Yeah.
he is done. I think if he doesn't perform in this race, done. Lawson in the next car.
For next season or during a mid-season swap.
This season.
They'll never do it.
What?
I'll put that in writing.
Why
won't-
wouldn't they do that? They've done it
Because-
before.
Yes, but not to Ricardo. Ricardo is their marketing pony. They won't.
Yeah, but
do
he
that
can
to
do
him.
that without driving that car.
Doesn't matter. He could literally squat over top of it, and
He could poop on the hood.
of Yuki's
He could
car,
take a big
and
poop,
they would make it a poster. So
and then he would. That would be the poster for the next race.
like,
He should. You know what? He should try to just like get away with whatever he could. You can't fire me, mate. Watch this.
you need. You need this grin. Like,
I'm a moneymaker. Carlos Sainz Jr., Lando Norris, Puis Hamilton, Alex Albon, and Zhou Guan Yu.
the fact that we both have a kick car, it's just that's our dumb.
Oh, who's your team for the week? I forgot to ask you.
Ferrari.
I've got Haas.
Ooh.
I spent all the money on Lando Norris.
Yeah. Oscar was expensive too, 22.1.
Yeah, Lando's $26 million.
Yeah.
Puis is a real bargain at 18.6 million pounds.
Yeah. Fernando's 21. Like Lewis, Lewis, I feel like he's gonna be the cash cow at some point because he can't be this bad all year, right? Like,
yeah, he'll dark horse his way into like a fourth or something.
Yeah, like, man, I don't know. We'll see, but I'm looking forward to I love race weekend.
Me too.
I didn't check what time the
Me
race
too.
is. Have you?
No, I haven't looked. Let me look right now.
Oh, I don't know. I have to renew my F1 app. It expired and
Expired?
on
What
an
do you mean
old.
expired.
Well, it was on a credit card that expired. So I
China.
need to.
Weekend warm up is at 4:30 a.m. Thursday, so in 5 hours.
That's even late my time. 2 a.m. Central, midnight. Okay, midnight I can be up for. Excellent.
And then practice is at 11:30 tomorrow night.
It's about practice. Okay.
So I've got to practice. Sprint qualifying is at 3:30 in the morning on Friday. Ugh,
1 a.m. Okay, at 1:30.
I'm not staying up for this one.
12:30.
No way.
12:30 a.m. Okay.
Yeah, 12:30 for you. I'm not staying up. That's too late. When's
For
the
sprint
race?
qualifying, I mean, that's probably too late for me too.
The race on Sunday. Oh yeah, wait. When's the sprint? 11 o'clock Friday night. Okay, I can deal with that.
So that's 9
fine.
o'clock my time. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The race is at 3 a.m. Sunday.
So midnight
It's
for
brutal.
me. Excellent. I can do
That
it
sucks
on a weekend.
so bad for me.
Yeah, that does suck for you. I don't have to be up till 2. Winner. I'm
Damn it.
good to go.
All right, let's end this thing.
Yep. Much appreciated, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Checking in.
Love you guys. Have
Thanks
a
to the
great
whole
week.
Deluxe crew. Who joined?
Yeah. What's on the bench tomorrow? Some point. Love you. Bye.
There you go. Bye.